Hi, I'm Irina Baker, also known as Life Changing Wizard, and today I am with a client of mine, Nina, and she's going to introduce herself, and we are going to talk about her changes, her transformation that happened while or after she had worked with me. So we worked together for some time, and later now it's been quite some time already, so we're looking back and we are looking at the transformation that really life changes happened to Nina, and she's happy to talk about them. And I'm very grateful, Nina. Thank you so much for offering to talk about openly, to talk about your transformation, looking back at your life. And I'm really grateful about that. So, okay, let's please introduce yourself, and then I'll start asking questions.
Hi, I'm Nina Chickvinidze, and as Irina mentioned, I had several sessions with her about 9 months or a year ago, and it has been a life-changing experience for me. So we will go deeper into this as we go with this Google Hangout, and Irina will be asking me questions.
Thank you, Nina. And I'm prepared with the list because you already told me what the changes were, and I'm amazed as always. I'm amazed how this work really helps people change so deeply and so dramatically. And so you won't forget, I will just start saying one by one the changes, and please elaborate about that. But the first question I would like to ask, why did you decide to come to me? Why did you need my work? Why did you need me? So could you talk about this a little bit?
Yes, so for a long period of time, I was looking a for a therapist for an experience who would go much deeper than ordinary regular therapists. Also, some experience that would dig really, really deep in me and help me overcome and discover wrong beliefs about me, about world. And Irina was able to get to that point where I was satisfied with my sessions.
Thank you. And before I start, as I promised, I would start giving you specific changes that you have told me about. But I would like to ask you, you told me that before you came to me and before you worked with me, you had experienced a lot of different healing modalities. And how would this work that you had experienced before compares to the work you had with me, my
Uh,
modality?
yes, absolutely. So all everything that I tried, shamanic healing, hypnotherapies, past life regressions, just a medical psychologist, therapy sessions, and many other non-traditional or traditional methods of to become whole within myself. Um, had a very temporary effect on me until I discovered Irina, who was recommended to me by my friend. And so that's when it started, the a really deep transformational work. She was able to reach to the deepest level of my being, and I was like really grateful that she would go so deep and deeper and deeper and answer all my questions and all my past lives where I was trapped and there was preventing me to be happy in this lifetime, or some sensations of like melancholy or depression. This all could be coming from past life. And so to get into more details, we will be going with a question and answer modality. So what's the next question, Irina?
Okay, all right. So you told me that you got rid of many, and you repeated many bad habits, included but not
Oh
limited to
yeah.
alcohol and cigarettes, and I even entitled today's hangout how to stop drinking and smoking via unconventional way, because you did not come to me for stopping
No,
smoking and drinking. I don't work with that actually. I don't accept those clients particularly. But as a result of working with me, it happens. So can you talk about that?
oh yeah, absolutely. Because what happened is my whole lifestyle changed. Um, I stopped. I was not smoking much, but I stopped even doing that. I was not drinking much, just socially. But now I'm so sensitive to alcohol that I cannot, because it's damage. If we would be much more aware of our bodies and nervous system, we would know that even one glass of wine affects our nervous system. Everything affects our nervous system. And unless we have a perfect nervous system that's functioning perfectly, we won't be able to tap into inner source to connect with God and have a clear intuition. So after working with Irina, my awareness, my consciousness was raised to the degree where I realized I don't need to, I'm not gonna drink anymore, even occasionally once a month. Alcohol, I'm not gonna smoke, I'm not gonna eat meat, I became vegetarian, I'm not gonna sleep late, wake up late, because it damages some energies in my body. I have to, actually, a person has to wake up early when the sun rises in order to receive sun energies, and this is an ancient Vedic knowledge. And all these ancient Vedic knowledges somehow were awakened in me, like my body knew what to do in order to feel great, to feel healthy, and to feel stress-free, actually.
And so you became sensitive to unhealthy foods as well, right?
Yes, absolutely. Such as fast food or McDonald's, or I could, if you're unaware, you could, sometimes you can buy stuff like that and eat. But I avoid any meals like that, so I try to cook myself.
Very good. And you also became sensitive to psychic energy, right? Your psychic ability improved. And it's usually the case with my clients who say to me that their Reiki abilities improved when they do Reiki, or when they are practitioners of Reiki. Or psychic abilities, usually people talk about a lot. So that happened to you too.
Yes, absolutely. I became sensitive to thoughts of people, of their intentions. It's like being two steps ahead of what others are planning or thinking. I'm kind of one step ahead. It sounds weird, but you probably know what I mean. And so yeah, I pretty much can feel what they are pretty much thinking.
hmm And your cognitive ability. So here I am repeating what exact your exact words. Cognitive ability, creativity, concentration, and productivity improved. You even said your driving orientation improved. And so talk about that, please.
Yes, like I used to drive rounds and rounds, didn't know where to go. I would forget where to turn, come back. This nothing happens like that. I drive without most of the times I drive without um,
GPS.
GPS, and also yeah, I have much sharper focus, concentration, inner inner core on what I can count on to achieve my goals. Like if before I would react to distractions, anything and anybody could distract me from my main goal, what I need to accomplish today or tomorrow or generally in my life. Now it's pretty much impossible to distract me. okay, I have a plan to do this today and next month, right? And a friend calls me and tells me, oh, come on, let's do this, let's do something. And I know that if I do that, I'm not going to do this. And I'm going to be behind on achieving my goal, right? So what's improved in me is the realization and awareness, no, to say no to distractions.
Wow, that's important. That's important if you want to achieve any very good goals that you would like to set for yourself.
Yeah, because we are living in a world of uh, advertisement, social pressure. Everyone's pushing their own ideas to us. They want us to do what they want us to do. And a company wants us to buy their products. You know, people want us to do what they need us from us to do. Everything, social pressure. Unless you know what you want to do, you're just going to be floating in this reality.
That's right.
And
That's
unless
right.
you have the power to say, no, I'm not going to do all of that. I'm going to do what I really am. This is who I am, and this is what I want to do. Not what my mom wants to do, not what my friends, not what my society wants to do, you know. So I got this after these sessions, and all these sessions with Irina led me to TM meditation practice, and that also got me to this awareness. Together, Irina and TM got me to the to this place where I can say no to any kind of distraction.
Right, and you now say set clear boundaries, right? Even in your personal life, that if you don't want something, that don't want relationship, for example,
Oh,
that is not up to high standard, then you can say no. And for a lot of women, a lot of people, it's very hard to do. So, is
yeah,
that true?
especially women that are already at the age of 35, they might feel alone, they might feel lonely, and they might agree on a relationship that they feel it's not the one. Their inner voice, like the gut's feeling, telling you, no, this is not the one, but you still go for it because you don't want to be alone. That's what I used to do before I did sessions with Irina. Now, after the sessions and after I started TM meditation, and this is another topic we will discuss about it, why Irina's sessions led me to TM meditation and how it helped me to do this. Because not everybody can just go and start doing a TM meditation practice. Not everybody's going to be interested to do it unless you do some spiritual clearing and a lot of other spiritual practices and work before. So this is like an ultimate prize or gift that God gives you after you have done your spiritual work. Okay, now you can do the TM meditation because this is a really path of enlightenment, you know. So what I was saying is now in relationships, I have the clear yes or no. I know immediately it's either yes or I'm not gonna waste myself on anything or anybody. Okay, this is not what I want. That's it. I'm not gonna text. I'm not gonna even text because this is gonna waste my energy, you know. Even texting wastes energy.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So that's the realization. Another thing, another really important point I want to make that I got um, was about relationship. And all this is because I attained a greater emotional stability. If I wouldn't have this greater emotional stability or intelligence, I would probably be functioning in my old ways. But the emotional stability of like feeling really peaceful, feeling okay with what it is now, and the belief in future, and belief my belief in God is increased and improved after your sessions, which was really damaged actually because of my marriage. Because my ex-husband was atheist, he didn't believe in God, and it affected my belief as well. But after your sessions and after doing the TM, I feel much more connected to the universe, to a higher power, to God, call whatever you want. And so this gives you a assurance that everything's gonna be okay and everything's gonna come into your life on its own timing. All
And
you
it's
need to do,
inner peace, serenity, and confidence, right?
confidence, yeah. And also, like, all you need to do is, so basically, to say all these effects and all these changes in one word, I would call it, I'm on a whole different level of spiritual growth.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Raised your frequency, the vibration, the awareness increased dramatically, and life changed. In fact, life changed right after the sessions. You realized you couldn't live in LA anymore, right? And you moved. So
Yeah,
that was additional change.
immediately right after sessions, I had so I guess sessions work in a way where when we touch a chronic disease, we start healing. It might get worse at first, and then it starts healing. So yeah, after the sessions, at first I felt little worse because some buried emotions were coming up, probably. That's what I'm assuming. And I realized, okay, I need to do something. I need to change dramatically anything I can about my life because I cannot live like this anymore. So all I could think of is just sell my furniture and go back to my mom, you know, go back to my homeland and my mom and stay there for 2 months to recover from any kind of stress, depression, divorce, anything that has been happening before the sessions to me. And that's where I found this TM practice, and it was a really sudden gift to me because uh, how many years I was looking for something like that? For many years, 15 years, I was looking for a practice, for a daily practice that would give me stability, sense of stability that I can count on, you know? And here you go. I just bumped into that, and the teacher told me, the TM meditation teacher told me, you don't come here and you don't start TM unless you have done a lot of spiritual work in your past lives or the past lives and least this lifetime, other spiritual practices, other meditations, hypnotherapies, other stuff. Unless you have done other stuff, you don't gain this type of awareness that you need to do TM every day. And also, it's not easy to incorporate an adult cannot easily incorporate a new habit, a completely new habit into life where you regularly, every day, every morning and evening, you don't miss even one meditation. Sit down and do it every day for 1 year now. I have been doing that. It's like brushing your teeth. I would not have this strength to do it every day. You know what I mean? It's something you really have to be serious about something to, it's a power at how to say in English, sila voli.
Mhm.
What's the word in English?
The will.
Oh yeah, the power, the willpower. You really have to strengthen your willpower in order to do a certain habitually something every day. Incorporate a new habit into your life. So yeah.
Hmm. And you also mentioned that you don't play the survival sabotage game anymore.
Okay, so I'm kind of in a place where I realize that it's a game that some forces in the field, some negative forces, Christian people would call it devil. um, some negative forces are pushing this idea onto us, onto our brain, that, oh, you have to survive, or tomorrow you're not gonna have what you have today, you know which right now I think I am gaining a victory over that game. I think right now I'm coming out of that fear. I'm in the middle of coming. I'm working on it basically.
And it's not easy. It's not easy. This game has been engraved in us, in fact, in our genes, we could say. Throughout the eternity, we've been playing this game. And so to say that you're getting out of there and you became aware of it and you can cope much better with it, that's quite an accomplishment. So I'm really proud of you. It's an amazing accomplishment.
Yeah, it's like I just, when you realize that God takes care of us, He really does. We're not alone. We're not alone on this earth, right? Imagine if we would be alone, how chaotic everything would be, and like nothing would progress, nothing would really happen. So yeah, so God takes care of us. So okay, I might lose something today, but I'm gonna gain it tomorrow. I'm gonna gain something else tomorrow. God will take care of me. And this realization, even in the prayer, it's mentioned even in the prayer, Father's prayer, God give me today my bread. So by that, we assure that we will have what we need today, and tomorrow will take care of itself. We don't need to worry about it.
Imagine living like that through your life. That gives you serenity. That gives you peace. Knowing that, and knowing can be logical. People think about it, but deep inside, still afraid of. But that's the difference. When you heal inside, this faith, this knowledge comes from inside, and you know deep inside that it's true. You don't need to rationalize it, right? You don't need to think it in your head and still be afraid. So that's a different feeling.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. If you just know, if people just tell you, like priest tells you or anybody, and oh yeah, it might be true, it might be, but you're still afraid, it's not gonna work. You have to feel it. You have to, as you said, like you said, that you just, because you heal, your face strengthens. The face has to be really strong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it has to come from inside.
Yeah,
That's right.
it has to be based on face. Face has to be really, really strong. Now I know what face is. Like, I would be like, oh, where is my face? It's gone. It's totally ruined. My connection with God is ruined. Where is my face? Okay, so my face is getting stronger and stronger every day.
Wow, that's quite remarkable. I
Yes.
have two questions, and we're about to finish because of course, I could talk forever and listen to you. You're really explaining everything so well, and uh, to compliment you I'm blessed with my clients. You are an amazing client, and when I said I'm happy to go and dig deep, and when you told me let's go as deep as you can, I was very happy because that gives tremendous results. And we can see now, looking back a year back, you can tell confidently that you did have great results. And that's because you were willing to trust, to do the work, go deep, and do it, right?
Yes, absolutely, yes. It took some amount of braveness to go as deep as possible.
Exactly, exactly. And so, two more questions. One of them is not questions, but the statements. One of them is you also used to have emotional swings, mood swings, ups and downs, and you said now you're pretty stable. That's quite
Yes,
an amazing thing.
yes. I used to have unreasonable mood swings, like I didn't know where they were coming from. Suddenly everything's fine, and suddenly my mood changes because of my past, not because of something happened today, but because of something came up from my past. I used to have that. Now, if my mood changes, it's just because something happened right now. Nothing's related to the past. You know what I mean?
And so you can correct the situation, whatever happens now, but you don't have to feel pain from your past to really, it doesn't, it's not easy to live like that. And a lot of people, majority of people live like that. It's
Yes.
pain from the past, not pain from the present.
Yes, and something small triggers the pain from the past, and then they blame you. Oh, it's because of you. No, it's because of your past pain, and they don't realize that. And I had that. I had that, but right now, if something happens, my mood will change because it happened right now. But it's not because, oh, I remembered something from my past. You know?
And the last thing, let's talk about the life between lives experience, because after we've done the deep healing work, you also asked me to do life between lives. And can you share your experience about this therapy, life between lives?
Yes, it was amazing experience. I saw light counselors, three of them old, like really, really old guys with white long beards and white dresses, and they were all in light. In fact, their head were transforming into light, so I couldn't see their upper part of their head because it was transforming into light. I saw those guys. I asked them to that I'm really, really struggling and suffering and to release my life, and they told me that in 2 months they will give me the right to have some release. And that's when I exactly found TM meditation practice. I found it after 2 months exactly.
Wow.
And and they told me, and then they gave me right. We went to Akashic Chronic Records, and I wouldn't, at first I wouldn't believe that this was all really happening, but looking at my life right now, that it changed, not life, but what exactly changed is how I feel. So looking at how I feel now and how I felt then, yeah, I believe that I really went to Akashic Record Chronics. I really changed. I removed some stuff, one or two phrases from there. I asked them permission if they would approve to change it. They said, okay, we will change it. And then I also put a new paper because my paper was very, very old and you couldn't really read the letters because my soul has been through so many lifetimes that I didn't know you couldn't see through the paper. So I asked them, can you rewrite on a new paper and put a new paper in the library of Akashic Chronic Record? They approved that. So we did a lot of work like that, as you recall.
So you told me that things really happened when later on you looked at it and you said, wow, it was true because you got the
Yeah,
confirmation.
it should have been true because I did found my TM practice. I did met my spiritual teacher who helped me a lot. I did I did feel way much more better and stable right now than I felt a year ago. I recovered and came out of depression much faster than other people do after a very, very nasty divorce and abusing relationship that I was in, that I realize now. I didn't realize then that I was in an emotionally abusive relationship.
So, with all this, with all that said, I have a question for you. This is the final question. If you just ask me to do just LBL, because some people come to me and they say, just let's do the LBL session, because they're not even aware that I do healings work as well. And so if you didn't have all this healing work we've done together, so all those sessions, and you just had the life between lives, would that be as profound, and as would you be ready for it as you were ready after so much healing was done first? What do you think?
I believe that my experience would not be as profound and as deep with LBL, and I would not have such a great results, because when I did my helix sessions with you, as you remember, I was imprisoned in one of my past lives, and I was still in prison. So when we let myself out of prison in that lifetime, it freed a lot of energy. So I got a lot of energy back from my past life to present life, which gave me way more effective life between life experience. And that's why I was probably able to go so high to see the enlightened masters, counselors, and to actually ask them so many favors and to actually change my Akashic records.
Right, because you were ready, you didn't have those blocks that some people who are not prepared for that, they could block themselves, and they do. So you didn't have that because you had thoroughly cleansed yourself with the work, and then you were able to have this.
Yeah, so when you don't have blocks, you go more higher. You go higher and higher. But if you have blocks, then at some point you will go high, but you're gonna stop. You're not gonna be able to go higher than that.
Exactly, because that energy of the block, just the frequency of it, won't allow you to go. And so for you, it was so easy. I remember the experience was easily going there, easily arriving, easily being in the spirit world, accepting the information, recalling the information, and doing what was needed for you.
Absolutely, yes.
All right. Well, that was incredible. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your great healing and for all the sessions and all you have done for me. And I would greatly recommend Irina to everybody who is experiencing emotional instability, depression, or so. I would recommend Irina rather than traditional therapy sessions.
Thank you. That gives me a moment of bragging, because people say 3 sessions with Irina are worth 3 or 10 years in counseling, and you're repeating the same. You're saying that it is more effective. So thank you.
Okay, so have a great day.
Thank you. You too, Nina. And I am. Thank you, everyone. And right now, if you are interested in knowing more, and right now I would like to offer you a gift. If you see on my banner here, you can claim your free video training. It's 7 days worth of videos. How to manifest your biggest dreams in your life. So go to dreammanifestingformula.com to receive this instant free gift from me. And of course, you can always contact me at my website, irinabaker.com, and you can apply for a complimentary awareness shifting discovery session where we could look at where you are, where you want to be, and the best way to get there. So if you're interested in real change in your life, dramatic changes, and really receiving peace and serenity, having it inside, visit my website and claim your free gift. And now have a wonderful day until next we meet. Bye bye.
Bye.